I've never noticed anything like that before. Little Lamborghini Aventador. That's really cool. Sorry, I should look at planes. Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media, and welcome to another episode of Tower Simulator 3, and welcome to another episode where we look at another new airport in the game. There are so many now. Look at it. I mean, it's brilliant, isn't it? The variation in the amount of airports we've got is lovely. There's so many in the United States, and we have another one. We have Tucson, KTUS in Arizona in the United States. Tucson in the aviation world is quite legendary because of the massive amount of scrapyards that they have there for military aircraft and storage and all sorts. You know, there are hundreds of them. I'll have a little look on Google Maps now and show you. Not too far from this airport or one of the military bases, there are these humongous areas just filled with planes. I mean, it's heartbreaking to see some of them. I mean, there's loads of F-16s and F-15s in there. They're probably useful for other air forces around the world somewhere. Loads of B-52s, KC-10s, all sorts. It's an incredible sight. I know a few people that have been lucky enough to go there, and it's just incredible. I hope to go there one day myself and see it. But yeah, we have now the airport from nearby. We've got an interesting thing here because we have the radar style changed once again with this new airport from FeelThere. We're going to go for the Energis Design Airport Database and Airplane set, of course. Just going to schedule it for 3 hours. We're going to start it from today. And let's go for... I mean, it's in Tucson, so it's going to be red hot. Let's do a bit of an early start, 7:30 in the morning, shall we? And see what this strange layout airport has got to offer. I must say a big thank you as well to FeelThere. They've provided me with the code for this airport. I really do like these new radars, you know. I think that's really cool. Okay, so there's a lot of gates here. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought. I didn't look at the airport beforehand, you know. 1, 2, and 3, 0. They should be the other way around, shouldn't they? It should be that way. It's roughly like that, isn't it? Okay. Well, maybe even more than that. It's probably like that, really. But we'll do this. So that is west, east, sky west over there. Okay. And that's good for us because it's facing in the correct direction. Let's go on the F7 camera and have a look around. Ooh. Look at the hills off over there. Now, how far is this from all the boneyards and stuff? I think the boneyards are down that way somewhere to the southeast. We'll go for setting up some cameras, shall we? So there's this little weird sort of X-shaped terminal over there. Yes, I will. But it's all regional stuff and a lot of private jets and things. You can see there's loads over there, there's loads over here. It's a small airport in terms of what it deals with, but it's a cool one all the same. Let's go for the F8 camera here, shall we? And then the F9 camera. We're going to get departures out today on this runway. So what was it? Is it 8 or 12? Yeah, 12. Runway 12 will have everything on. It looks like a military base runway, doesn't it? And then the F10 camera, I'm going to have looking over these boys. There's a private Airbus A320 in there, by the look of it. F10 here. So to set these, you're pressing Control and then whatever F key you want them to be. F11 for this one. Okay. There's some aircraft sheds here that would be filled with, I believe, F-16s at Tucson. These military aircraft like fighter jet sheds. It's really cool. We've had a little look around. Hello. We've had a little ganders. Is that a Dassault Falcon? Yeah, no. Or is it? It looks like one, but it's not got the third engine. Weird. There's all sorts. There's loads of, like, GA stuff and private stuff knocking about. SkyWest 6413, pushback approved, facing west. Get on with it.
Pushback approved, facing west.
In your little Embraer.
6413.
Okay, so we'll set an arrival runway. We're going to have runway 12. We'll put the airport lights on. Let's set this screen up. I really like this. It's so cool.
With information
so cool.
Echo. Requesting push and start.
Okay, another one wants to go. Another one. Let's turn the 3D UI off for this episode, shall we? SkyWest 49078, pushback approved. Expect runway 12. Shouldn't really have said that, Chaz. F9 there, F8 over here.
SkyWest 49078.
We've got the Embraer pushing back, and then the little CRJ2. We've got another Embraer or two down here, another CRJ there, look. We've got an American Eagle one, which will be SkyWest, and then Delta. I think, would that be... Ooh, who would that be when you base around here? That'll probably just be SkyWest as well. Listen to the start-up noises. They really have got so much better, haven't they? Over time. FeelThere. Mad. The sky's doing a few weird things, but I don't mind it. Compare this to the games of previous Tower 3D Pro and the like. Mad. Absolutely mad. I'm so happy. I love this game. I love this game. Okay, let's have a look at some taxiways then. So Alpha is the main taxiway that goes across the whole airfield. Interesting, they can only vacate on one side of that as well. So they're going to be going via Alpha.
SkyWest 6413 ready.
Let's get them on at Alpha 5. SkyWest 6413, runway 12 at Alpha 5. Bang in, beautiful, straightforward. Runs really nicely as well, as you'd expect. This airport, it's very, very fast frame rate wise. You know, it's smooth, it's clean. It's a small airport, so it's not going to be a huge challenge on graphics cards and so on. SkyWest 4978, runway 12 at Alpha 6. SkyWest 6413, runway 12, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. So if I go to my F9 camera, I'm going to be way further up than I need to be. They're going to go across there. One's going to come off here at Alpha 5. The other one's going at Alpha 6. Really, really interesting little airport though, isn't it? You can see like the main car parks and stuff. They clearly don't have a massive amount of... oh, is that a Lamborghini Huracan? Oh no, it's an Aventador. Yeah! I've never noticed anything like that before. Little Lamborghini Aventador. That's really cool. Sorry, I should look at planes. But yeah, this airport strikes me as one that doesn't get a colossal amount of traffic, because, I mean, the buildings are very small. You know, you would literally just come in, somewhere in there you'd go through security and everything, and then just walk down here to your aircraft. It's not a hugely intensive place. Airbus A321 there. Cargo doors are open on that. There's the CRJ, and there's the Embraer. They're about to power up now and get cracking on this early morning. What's their call sign? SkyWest 4978, runway 12, line up and wait. Out they go.
Runway 12, line up and wait. SkyWest
Bye.
4978.
Cool. Oh wait, what did that say? There was a thing then on the bottom of the tower. Tucson Executive Terminal. Oh, so these are all the fancy people that get to sit right underneath the tower. That's cool. That's really cool. There's a lot of terminals and things over there as well. A fleet of little CRJs. Ooh, just noticed this as well. Now I'm pretty sure these are static. These ones are static. This A320 and that A320 and another, is that a 21? No, it's another 20. But the ones in front of Tugs are not. Look at this chunky boy. Ah, it's so chubby. Little tiny 737. That's got to be a 300 or a 400, I think. I think it's a 300 if it's that size. Or maybe a 5 or a 6. I know that the 3, 5 and 6 is that sort of size. Another Airbus A320, that's another static one. That's mega. Oh, hello. You're hidden in there as well. You're also static. These are all static. So I don't have to worry about any of that lot. I think all these are all functional over here, though, maybe? No, not all of them. None of them, in fact. I think it's only the stuff on here that's going to be functional. Yeah, there's a few here. They're not functional. I'm intrigued. Intrigued by that. Poor SkyWest is sat there ready to depart. There's no one coming in. SkyWest 4978, runway 12, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Get cracking.
Runway 12, cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000,
I like airports like this though because they're just as important as the busy airports. You know, they're nice and chill, they're nice and quiet. You don't always want a crazy busy airport under your control. It's nice to just come and sit back and relax and so on. I had a good friend of mine with, well, my dad introduced me to him years and years ago, a lovely lad called Alistair. I can't remember his surname, so I'm not going to risk getting it wrong on the video. But he was a good family friend of ours and properly into his aviation. He used to be, I think he was manager of operations at Woodford, which is the base where Avro used to be here in the UK. It's now a museum, and the runway's been dug up and it's turned into a housing estate. It's terribly sad, but the amount of work Alistair used to do in terms of like managing the air show and other stuff at Woodford was absolutely incredible. But he then became an air traffic controller at the Virgin Islands, and at one point he said, he's pretty much retired. He's just sat in the Virgin Islands. They get like 1 or 2 flights a day, and he just sits on the balcony of the air traffic control tower, having a good time. What a fantastic job, eh? What a fantastic job. But yeah, Tucson. I like this. Very flat. I mean, it's in Arizona, so of course it's going to be flat. And there's very, very small airport buildings that, don't require a massive amount of attention. It's pretty quiet to say the least, but yeah, I like the look of this place, and I don't know how long I'm going to be sat here. This may be a very, very short episode because there's not a huge amount going on, is there? I'll skip time forward a little bit till we get our next flight in, and we'll see what we can make of it, shall we? Let's times it by 4. Wow, there's no one on approach or anything. It is a mighty, mighty quiet airport, isn't it? Then again, it's all regional stuff, so they're all going to... Yeah, they're going to KLAX, they're going to KPHX, so they're not having huge flights. It's not international. I don't know if there's any wide-body gates over here, is there? Don't suppose there would be, would there? No, these are all for narrow bodies. I quite like how a lot of you American airports have sort of wonky gates. Now they're all a bit mismatched all over the place, not just straight. I quite like that. The red things, I believe, are the underground fueling pipes and things. That's where they plug the refueling vehicles in sometimes. So cool. I like all the weathering and stuff in terms of, the marks and even on the roof of the buildings and all that. Just adds a bit more life to the airport when it looks a bit used, rather than all of the aprons and everything be perfect. They've got blemishes, they've got stains and things like that. I think that's so important at an airport, and that's why it worked really well on Tower 3D Pro, because the airports looked knackered because they'd used satellite imagery from it, so the airports looked used and all the concrete and everything was stained and messed with. But the airports just keep getting better and better from FeelThere. I like all the little trucks and things as well that are lined up. Just feels busy, it's good. All the buildings are lumpy, there's aircon and stuff on them, there's little service ladders and things, and it's great to be able to look around it like that and have these details, Makes it so much more engaging for a player. I like to look around the airport, I don't like to just sit in the tower. I will be doing a video, like I said, where I stay outside the tower and not inside it, as opposed to the video I've done previously where I only stayed inside it. There's actually a parking space here for a few aircraft. Would they go inside there? Are they inside there? What do you reckon? Is there a plane? No. Oh, what? Someone! People! Wow. It's the American A321. Hello. American 1025, pushback approved, facing west. Sorry, I should have savoured that radio call, shouldn't I, instead of going rapid with it. There they are. A321 ready to go. Actual movement at Tucson. But no, like I said, it's important to have these sorts of airports in the game as well that are nice and quiet compared to the crazy busy, huge international airports like KLAX, your Heathrow, your Amsterdam, stuff like that. I nearly hit myself in the face then. There they go. And then, what have we got? Southwest, Delta down here. Got United there as well. Another little American Eagle here. Not quite sure what those big yellow dots are. Unsure. Got a 737 MAX 8 of Southwest here. They've got cargo doors open. This is a 700 chunky. Yeah, the A321 getting ready to go. And to be honest, like I said, I'm not sure how long this episode will be. It may be a very, very small look. It's a great little airport, but there's not a huge amount to look at. So we'll get American 1025 out of here, and then see if there's anybody else comes up on radar, but I don't think they will.
Tucson ground, American 1025 ready to taxi.
American 1025, runway 12 at Alpha 4 via Alpha. That is banging
Runway
news.
12 at Alpha 4
I imagine
via
if you
Alpha.
really beef this place up,
American
it'll be
1025.
pretty difficult to manage because of how few taxiways there are. Obviously, it's designed and built to not deal with a massive amount. So I'd be intrigued to see if we beef this one up with a scheduler or something and just fill it to the brim with aircraft and flights that are absolutely rammed in. So you've got a flight coming in and literally as it gets to the gate, they're pretty much ready to go again. We'll play with that at some point. We'll do something with it. But the A321 at the moment, just taxiing around. They're going to head down here to Alpha 4. Look at the signs even tell you what taxiway you're on as well. I really like that. Great addition. Runway 30 or 12, based on obviously which way you're facing. Alpha, Alpha 3, Delta down that way. So cool. Surprises me they didn't add a taxiway across there. But I suppose with the executive terminal and all that, they just wanted to keep all the commercial stuff on this side. As the A321 cruises around. The noises are a lot better as well. It's nice to have aircraft on the way out making noises. Do you remember early on in the game's life we didn't have sounds from departing aircraft? It's crazy really to think, isn't it? We only had those a few updates ago. Aircraft actually making a racket on their way out. It just looks like a 757 from here, doesn't it, with a bit more of a straight tail. It's mad. Okay, so they're going to get to this taxiway, Alpha 4, very soon. We'll speed them up. Come on. They're slowing it down now. American 1025, runway 12, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. You can see the landing lights come on there on the side. The strobe lights have also come on now as well. There's nobody on arrival or anything, there's nothing to worry about there. I wonder if we've got the Pappy's lights. Yeah, these are the Pappy's lights. So when you're landing, you want 2 white, 2 red on the Pappy's. That's sort of to do with your angle, your height on the ILS and on your approach. Out goes American. This will be the last departure of the episode, I'm afraid. It's a little bit too quiet to just sit here for the full time and do an hour-long episode, but I will look back at this place and obviously beef it up in the future and fill it to the brim where I can, whether it's using Jarrett P's scheduler or another piece of software. I am actually planning on having a look at some more bits of software that people have developed for Tower Simulator 3 that help us along. I've just noticed the tower's got Tucson written on it. But out goes American 1095 on runway 12. And that is going to signal the end of this short episode here at Tucson, Arizona. But I hope you've enjoyed this look at the airport. I really like this place. It's very, very promising, isn't it, for some quiet and chilled schedules. There's certainly a lot of aircraft down this end that we could play with, I'm sure. But yeah, I reckon this will be mighty, mighty interesting if we get a lot more aircraft filling this side of the airfield as well and really challenging us. But that's going to be all from me here flipping out. That's going to be all from me for now here at Tucson. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you again in the next episode.